Okay, he ate some kind of eggshell. I don't know if it was snake. I don't know what kind of eggshell that is. But he was interested. I thought I smelled something odd, but now I don't. What was that? Oh, that big bird. Oh, those two big birds. What does that mean? Are those vultures? There's one right in the middle there, and then there's another one there. And where's Toby? Oh, he's over there. We found goes, and there's another one over there. So, what are you barking at, Toby? Did I read the readings? I read this. I did not read all the saints. Anyway, I'll talk about that later. What I wanted to talk about was, I want to, what's the word? Not dedicate, but I want to pray for the Americas, for Canada, for the United States, for Central America, South America, Mexico, because we've each got our problems, and I guess countries always do, but since 2024 years ago, a lot of the world has been led by the Catholic Church and by the church that was left by God, Jesus, to help guide us to heaven, to God the Father. God the Son left the Catholic Church to help guide us to God the Father. Although they're all three always, when one is, they're always together. But anyway, and our country, so let's start with Canada. Canada has gotten really weird. They had a lot of French influence and Catholic, and then the United States had lots of Spanish and Catholic and French down in the Louisiana areas, Catholic influence. Large Protestant influence in the whole country. And then Mexico had a pretty good Catholic influence. And Central America, South America got the Portuguese bringing, and the Spanish, and the English bringing the Protestantism, and Spanish bringing Catholicism. And things were going fairly well. Not perfect, but the countries were going in a pretty good direction. But now we're losing our religion, as REM says. And Canada's got all liberal like California. There's some crazy stuff you wouldn't believe going on in Canada. And they think this is progressive. They think this is moving forward, being more advanced. And then you got California and New York, where there's the predominant, California's pushing all this woke agenda, and Hollywood is out of California, so it's pushing all that kind of propaganda. And then you got New York, and the United States pushing for greed. Let's face it, the big corporations, not the normal people. And then you got Mexico is infiltrated with drugs and corruption. Central America with gangs. South America drugs and gangs and socialism in Central and South America. So all these things are counter to religion. They're counter to God. They're thinking that we can fix all our problems, us, by our own power, and that we can do whatever we want rather than what God allows. And so, yeah, I think they say Europe is lost, coming over from the Middle East and Africa right into Italy and to Spain. I mean, that happened hundreds of years ago. Spain was massively Muslim. Sicily. And so that's happening again. And then through the immigration and the liberal, and this liberalism comes from the United States, I think. I've said it before, the countries look to the United States. And when they see us spouting this stupidity, and now Europe does, and so they just allow everybody into their countries. So now you've got this massive influx of Islam. And do your research. If you simply do neutral, factual research on Islam, you'll see that it's pushed its way through Europe and then been pushed back out of Europe by Europeans. Since the 800s or 900s, when was Spain inundated by, what was it, the Saracens? So anyway, look up your history and see if Islam hasn't been trying to push militarily through. And now they're just going to birth us. They're going to outbirth us. They're going to play onto our stupidity of wokeness and just let the borders mean nothing and anybody should be able to come into your country. Then they're going to outbirth you. 3 kids to your Europeans 1.3 or whatever it is. 1 point something, and then pretty soon you have the majority vote is Islamic influence. Is that what you want? Anyway, Europe's lost. Europe is lost. But so I'm pushing that we should pray for the Americas, that our idiot ideologies get pushed back by the reality that there is a God who made all of this, and that you can't keep pushing him. You can't keep pushing him. And so that's my thought. I'm going to start seeing if I can push for praying for the Americas, for all of our, on this side, because, well, Europe is lost.